Welcome to this energy update where I'm going to be talking about animal qigong. We are going to be practicing in Qi Flow with Joe together with acupressure and food medicine for the month of April. Qigong is said to originate from the dances of the early Wu shaman in China. In their dances, the shaman used animal movements to induce trance states for communicating with the spirit world. We won't be communicating with the spirit world, but the connection and attunement to the rhythms of nature will amplify our Qigong for April. And this will bring the mind and body ease. Qigong and connection with the natural world can calm an anxious mind as we navigate a world that has become disconnected, frenetic, and misaligned with the natural cycles of our planet. We are life force energy made manifest in this human body for a short lifetime. When we see the bigger picture of being a miracle right here, right now in this universe, then we're able to feel well, have perspective, and make healthy choices that are aligned to our soul's purpose on this planet. But remember, you have to make space for that connection to happen. You have to make space to remember that you are life force energy. Qi Flow with Joe every morning gives you that space to reconnect every day. And the way that you start your day has a significant impact on your energy levels. If you wake up and activate your Qi, your life force energy, it's a lot easier to have sustained energy right through your day, to flow with ease and equanimity, which is just balance and harmony. When you have this space to connect with your life force energy, you have more clarity, you're able to face challenges with greater resilience. You're less pushed off balance by news and events that surround you. You can engage in a positive way that doesn't leave you depleted. And most importantly, you are able to enjoy life. Your life is supposed to feel good to you. So get plugged into your vibrant life force energy and align with your soul's purpose. Start your day right in Qi Flow with Joe. There are over 1,500 different styles of Qigong exercises, yet all of them are influenced by nature. Many of the movements, such as parting the clouds, shaking the wild horse's mane, and wise owl turns head, to eliminate fatigue, specifically reference animals and the elements of nature. In one exercise, such as crane spreads wings, you may be moving like a tall, elegant bird, finding your balance, feeling its spreading wings and the lightness in your body. The 5-element frolics focuses on just a few animals. These are tiger, deer, bear, monkey, and bird, which is the crane. Each of these animals is linked to the 5 elements wheel, where each element is linked to a season, a time of day, an organ pair, a sense, a flavor, an emotion, and much, much more. It's really easy to understand your body with this 5-element wheel. So let's break down the animals, their corresponding organs, and some of the health benefits practicing has for you. Even though the exercises are playful and light, they offer some seriously powerful health benefits. The tiger movements benefit the liver and the gallbladder with power, flexibility, and flow. Movements that include grasping, clawing, and stretching. Tigers in the wild like water, and they're great swimmers, climbers, and runners. And if you think about a tiger, a roar is so loud it can be heard 2 miles away, and yet a tiger can be so quiet it can get close enough to pounce on its prey. These are some of the emotions, the feelings that we're going to generate by practicing the tiger moves. And physically, the tiger promotes smooth flow of qi throughout the body, nourishing ligaments and tendons. And think of the tiger's power. Its potential energy is released through the ligaments and the tendons as it pounces on its prey. So we need to also keep that flexibility through ligaments and tendons so we can connect in to the innate power that we have in the body. The tiger is associated with the wood element, and as I said, the liver, which is on the right side of the body underneath the ribs, linked to the gallbladder. The emotion associated with these organs, the liver and the gallbladder, is anger. When you practice tiger, you give yourself a healthy and natural way to release anger, becoming confident and assertive. Think of that tiger's roar, roar, expressing that voice, giving voice to that emotion. Physically, the tiger engages the arm lines through deep twisting, combined with pushing forwards and pulling backwards. This has many benefits to people with tight shoulders, tight chests, people who work at desks a lot, and also will really benefit from the tiger as they're in a chest contracted position throughout the day. We'll be using tiger's claws. So let's practice tiger's claws here. So what I want you to do is put your hands up and hold 30% tension in your hand as you curl the first and second joints of the fingers. Keep the tension throughout the exercise. The main tension point is across the middle of the palm, and you'll find that activating the Qi Gong point, which in turn raises the spirit of the body. So let's just rotate and rotate back, rotate and rotate back, release and relax. Once you let go of the tiger's claws, you can feel a surge of qi energy into the hands and the fingers, which is quite powerful. It's really beneficial for preventing arthritis or for people suffering with arthritis, and is beneficial for, as I said, those who work on computers or screens quite a lot. You can get very tense in your hands, your neck and your shoulders. The tiger's claw squeezes the qi, the energy, into the bones of the hands, and it also strengthens the tendons and the joints of the hand, increasing that gripping strength that can actually decrease as we go old. So if you want to keep on opening your jars of pickles, or opening car doors, or turning keys in the locks, really important to keep your fingers and your joints flexible. Now let's move to the monkey, and the monkey movements benefit the heart and the small intestine. They are playful, joyful, with exuberance of the fire element. This light playfulness promotes healthy blood circulation in the vessels and the meridians. And this time we use the hands to steal fruit, quick, alert and flexible. Quite a different than that tiger, which is really tense and intense. The monkey encourages your inner child to play and express yourself. If you have found yourself weary with the world, like you just don't matter and what's the point, the monkey movements can help lose that weariness and return to your state of childlike wonder, optimism, enthusiasm and joy. The bear movements benefit the spleen and stomach, helping to receive the benefits of Earth's bounty and aiding digestion. This also includes the uptake and the absorption of energy from food. The movements include heavy walking, hanging and pushing. This is an animal that's heavy and grounded to the earth, and therefore it's linked to this element. When in balance, the earth element enables you to become nurturing, supportive, plus relaxed and sociable. However, out of balance, you might find yourself being anxious, worried, going over and over and over things in your mind. Also feeling foggy-headed, like the earth has become wet and muddy and everything is difficult to walk through. We want that bear. We want the solidity and the power of the bear. So practice these movements to release anxiety and worry and connect deeply into the present moment. The crane with its long legs and outstretched wing movements benefit the lung and the large intestine, helping expansive openness and deep breathing. These movements open the lungs, release grief and sadness, enable to expand your capacity to breathe. Poor lung function can impair oxygenation of the blood, and therefore the skin and the hair suffer loss and become dry. We know, for example, that smoking, which obviously affects the lungs, also is associated with the premature aging of the skin. The skin is seen as a third lung in Chinese medicine. So if you have problems like eczema or psoriasis, you want to be looking at the lung and the large intestine and improving those functions. In terms of emotional release, when someone is grieving, you tend to close up, sometimes slumping forwards and thus restricting the movement and the full expansion of the lungs. You can counteract this with the movements of the crane, which deeply open the lungs. So let's learn some acupressure points. I'm going to go through lung 1 and lung 2. What I want you to do is make a crane's beak. 2 crane's beak. So again, we're using these animal forms to connect with the energy of the body. And lung 1 and lung 2. So find your collarbone and come right out to the rotator cuff. And you'll find where it meets that kind of shoulder rotator cuff, if you lean forwards, you'll find a kind of hollow. And the hollow at the top is lung 2. Go down 2 fingers and that's lung 1. So what I want you to do is massage, and then using the crane's bill, tap into lung 1 and lung 2. This will help to open the lung meridian, connect you with what might be uncomfortable emotions. You might have some grief, but we want to really open out to connection. Tapping these. Now, how long you tap them is like how long is a piece of string? How much grief do you have? How much stagnation do you have? It's going to be individual for you. But what I would do is connect in with your own energy and see when you feel a change, even just covering over the points. Just cover the points. Let the shoulders drop from the neck. And then sweep down to the lower belly. Sweep down to the lower belly. And feel a connection not only with your own energy, that stable sense of being, but the ability therefore to connect in with other people. You have to really connect with your core. So try that if you're feeling very disconnected, if you're feeling sad and in grief. Try the long crane movements and tapping on lung 1 and lung 2. The lungs are responsible for self-protection and self-preservation. So with that grief, you might have lost a parent, you might have lost a child, you might have been in severe, deep grief. But we do have to know that that is part of that natural cycle. And so connecting in with nature of things being lost, that might even be a part of you. Maybe you were a mum and all your kids have left home, and you have to you have to change. You have to shift with the elements. You have to move with the seasons and the natural progression of life. So the lungs responsible for that self-protection and self-preservation, with their negative attributes, we can experience disappointment, sadness, grief, despair, anxiety, shame, and sorrow. Whereas actually when we exercise these meridians, we strengthen our dignity, our self of presence, our integrity, and an ability to connect with others and have some self-esteem and resilience in the natural course of all things. The deer movements include rising and stretching up through the back channel, which benefit the kidney and the bladder, and they bring quiet stillness. The deer is a prey animal. It is alert and aware of its surroundings at all times. But it's not overwhelmed, it's not scatterbrained or frazzled, it's calm, and often deers are very curious. But they are very quiet, very still, and just aware of their surroundings. So when we use the deer movements, we're going to be improving hearing, we're going to be working kidney and bladder, and we learn to calm the nervous system, returning to a deep awareness. The emotion associated with the deer is fear. When you practice deer, you release fear and become more clear in your mind. Connected to the water element, the deer movements help with bone density, hormonal balance, and the managing of lubricating fluids of the body. Be like that beautiful, quiet, curious deer and embody those different movements of the animals. Over the month, we will learn the whole set, and it's one of the most ancient Qigong sets. It's almost 2,000 years old. So come and practice with me. They're an effective, fun, and sometimes humorous way to energize the entire body and promote healing. I hope that has given you some insight as to how to practice Qigong and how to use nature, connect with nature, and plug into your life force energy so that you feel well every day. Life is supposed to feel good to you. I hope to see you in the Qi Flow. Remember, you can ask me anything in the Ask Me Anything podcast, and do subscribe and ask me questions, and I create content that is relevant and desirable for you. May you be happy and may you be well. May I be happy, may I be well, and may all beings everywhere be happy, safe and well. Have a beautiful Qi-filled day.